One of the ironies of the college education system in America is it's sort of built like hospitals for healthy people. The better you are as a student, the more likely you are to go to a college where they have the best teachers, the best facilities. The less you need learning, the more learning you'll have access to. Now that strikes people as the way things ought to be, but if you think about it for a moment, it makes no sense. We send the kids who need the learning the most to the places where they're least likely to get it. We send the kids who are most able to learn to the places where the quality of the learning is highest. That's not a need-based model. What we're building very rapidly is a two-tiered system that tends to preserve the intergenerational advantages of elites. Since 1994, we know that 81% of all the new white students who went to college went to one of the top 400 most selective colleges in America. Over the same period, 70% of the African American, Latino, and low-income students have gone to two-year schools or open admission, open access, four-year schools. The more selective 400 colleges have an 85% graduation rate. The less selective open admission two-year and four-year schools have a 35% graduation rate. Is that fair? No, it's not really fair, because in a lot of ways the metrics, the test scores, and the other devices we use to allocate opportunity are inherently unfair. The SAT is an interesting creature. It's a useful tool. It's a yardstick. It does in fact tell you who is likely to be prepared to do work at a selective college. But the SAT is one of those neutral analytic tools that perfectly reflects race and ethnic and economic bias in America. Because after all, when we use the SAT, the people we bring into the selective colleges are white kids with money. We could use alternative devices, but colleges are not going to do that because they want the student with the highest test score, because that preserves their prestige ranking. Their prestige ranking preserves their market. That is the number of relatively affluent kids who want to go to their college. And that's what we're seeing in the American higher education system, is a very aggressive sorting by income class, by race, and by ethnicity. A kid who's minority or low income, you don't take them. For one, if you took all of them that were low income, you couldn't run the college because you wouldn't be getting enough tuition money. And another thing is your average test score would go down and your ranking in the Barron's college rankings would drop, and your board, if you're the president, will fire you. So in the end, the pursuit of prestige makes the system very much aligned with class and race disadvantages, and we pass on privilege, whether it's racial or economic, from one generation to the next. And that is more and more true in the United States because of the increasing importance of going to college. There was a time when you didn't need to go to college to make it in America. Now college is one more hurdle you've got to get over. So it has become a way, education has become a way of laundering racial, ethnic, and economic inequality in America without placing blame where it belongs, which is in the organization of the larger society.